Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am the Sipping Tea, and today I'm going to tell you all about the news and updates for this week starting October 18th. Just before I get into that, however, I just wish to issue a huge thank you to my two patrons, NB Hollywood and Nagair898. Without your support, I wouldn't be able to make these videos in anything like the same quantity that I currently do. So, with that being said, let's get into it. So this week starts the real sort of Halloween event for World of Tanks console. So we do have Monster Mash, which is with us from today until the 1st of November. So basically in this event you can look forward to seeing a couple of new maps, I suppose I should say. We have seen them in previous Halloween events, so it's going to be a take on Himmelsdorf, which they have called Dead City, and Prokhorovka, which they have called the Grim Graveyard. So last year the Grim Graveyard was not with us, and that was greatly missed by a lot of people, including myself. So it's really good to see that they have brought that map back for this year. Really looking forward to it, because presumably it's going to look quite different from the first time that it was seen, because of course it will now be with 6.0. So yeah, it's going to be perhaps a little bit shinier, a little bit more detailed. Well, we will have to see. But yeah, basically it's going to be all about the Monster Tank Awakened mode. So the Monster Tanks, which you are no doubt familiar with now because they have been in the garage for the shop for the past week, and I mentioned it in last week's video. They have various different powers and abilities, and it's going to look rather good on these new maps. So do check out the link in the description below, which I shall provide for you, which will give you a rundown of all of the different abilities of the various monster tanks. It's going to be worth taking a look at that, I would have thought, because if nothing else, if you do play the Awakened mode, you'll probably want to know what you're up against, as well as of course what your own tank may or may not be capable of. So yeah, that will be down in the description box below, so you can give it a quick look. Moving on from there, we have a brand new contract. It is for the Big Top. So that is a return to the mercenary tanks, as opposed to the last contract that we saw being added, which was for the Hammer, the premium tank. So this contract for the Big Top is with us from today, the 18th of October, through until the 13th of December. So quite a reasonable length of time to earn that tank. It is a tier 7 medium tank. From there, moving on to challenges and events. So from today through until the 25th of October, which is a very special date as far as I'm concerned, as it is my birthday, hint, we have basically, it is what they've called Earned Your Boosters. So emphasis on boo, which is yeah, fair enough. There's a bit of a weak link to Halloween, but okay. So basically here you can earn the boosters by earning 10,000 or more XP in any number of battles, and what you will receive is one lot of ×3 XP boosters and one lot of ×2 silver boosters. You can earn that up to 3 times per day in multiplayer and co-op, so do take advantage of that. It's a relatively small reward, but 3 a day, 4 a week is not too bad. You just need to earn the appropriate amount of XP each day. So yeah, by the looks of it, it'll be 30,000 XP total per day to get your maximum allocation of boosters. Moving on from there, we have premium bonus. So from the 18th of October to the 1st of November, basically this is sort of like an on-track event where you get, for the next 2 weeks, you can get an additional plus 50% vehicle XP and plus 50% silver whenever you play tanks from tier 5 in the following lines. So starting with World War II, we have, for the Germans, it is the Maus line. So, like I said, it starts from tier 5 with that, which is the Panzerkampfwagen 4. Then you move through to Japan, which is their medium tank line, so the STB-1. Again, starting from tier 5, so it is the Type 3 Chi-Nu, and then finally Cold War, the Eastern Alliance. They are going to be focusing on the Chinese Type 90-2 line. Now, I am a huge fan of that particular line. I personally think that the Chinese line in Cold War is, well, I'm just going to say it, I think it's the best. I really do. From their light tanks to their mediums, heavies, and indeed looking at Era 3 tank destroyer as well. Yeah, really truly fantastic. I urge you to get on that. I should say that it starts from the Type 80-2, which is the last medium tank in Era 2 for that Chinese line. So yeah, do check that out. Very much worth it. From there we have special sales. So there is a new 3D hero commander, Hilda. They being Wargaming have really bleated on about this for the last couple of weeks or so, and we now finally get to see it make an appearance. So all it is a 3D hero commander, so of course you get your plus 30% bonus crew XP earn, 3,300 gold. You know, that's given how many 3D hero commanders we have been getting recently, particularly with this last season, I almost question whether or not 3,300 gold is now becoming a little bit too much. My opinion on that, but yeah, have your own opinion, of course. But I'm starting to feel that maybe that is a bit too much to pay for one of those commanders, especially given that you, of course, once you have reached 8 or 9 skills on a hero commander, you can then transfer those skills to a standard commander. So you never have to suffer the lack of commander XP bonus of a standard commander. So, well, we'll see going forward if they change that. Probably not, but I really shouldn't be too cynical. But anyway, that Hilda is with us until the 1st of November. Moving on from there, we have tanks for free XP. So it's lasting a week. So from today until the 25th of October. I will include on the screen now a list of these tanks, what they are and how much XP, free XP you will need in order to purchase them. There's quite a few to go through there, so I'm going to do you and everyone else a favour and not waffle on about it. So yeah, do take a look at it. For the sake of the mention of Cold War and tanks that are on there, there is the FV-4211 for 250,000 free XP. So take a look at that. To be fair about things, I suppose I can mention here that there is the Iron Rain, the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger for 231,000 free XP. That's a very good World War II tank destroyer right there. So moving on from there, weekend deals. So as the name suggests, it is of course for the weekend, which means that it is with us from the 21st through until the 25th. So what you can look forward to here is the German Tier 6 Tiger 217 heavy tank, and that is available for 2,100 gold. And you've also got the French Tier 8 HMH AMX Model 58 light tank, along with the Black Skull emblem, and that is available for 3,850 gold. Weekly sales. So as is becoming the new tradition on this channel, instead of me waffling on about what the weekly sales are, I shall instead post an image right now on the screen so that you can see what is available, just so you can easily pause the video and take a closer look if you need to. I believe the imagery should be large enough for you to be able to see that quite comfortably, even on a mobile device. From there we have super savings. So previously known as the personal offers, you unlock a 50% discount on the following after you get 8,000, 20,000 or 40,000 XP. So from the top you've got the M50 Ontus, which is the Era 2 Cold War tank destroyer. You've then got the Tier 8 Diamondback tank destroyer for World War II, and then finally you've got the Soviet Tier 8 IS-5 heavy tank. So not a bad lineup actually for personal offers there, and like I say, once you've earned up to 40,000 XP you will have a 50% discount on all three of those vehicles. Moving on from there, the reminders, of course, for the contracts. So contracts are looking relatively few and far between compared to previous weeks and months. So there's only 3 here to give you a reminder of. Basically, as per usual, there will be an additional week beyond the dates that I'm about to mention where you can spend actual gold to buy out the rest of the contract. But the dates that I'm about to mention do represent the last opportunity that you have to earn the tanks for free in the contract. So the Tiger 1 Hammer is with us until November the 7th, the Tusk is with us until November 14th, and the Chisel is with us until December the 19th. So do check those out if you haven't already sorted them out. Yeah, make sure you don't miss out on those contracts. That does more or less bring an end to the news. Everything else has already been mentioned in previous videos. So yeah, that is pretty much it. A sort of public service announcement, if you will, is that the current op going where you can earn yourself a Halloween tank, which from today still has 2 weeks left on it. Do keep in mind that once you claim a prize, no matter how far along you are on that sort of earn, where you have to get the 550 points, as soon as you claim a prize, that brings an end to that op. So make sure that you are only claiming exactly what you want at the highest end, because otherwise you could miss out. I mean, in case I didn't make that quite clear, an example would be, for instance, I personally am going to go for the Wraith medium tank, which is available upon earning 550 points. If I chose something that appeared much earlier on, say after 330 points or so, if I picked, let's say, a vehicle at that point, that would be it. I wouldn't then be able to earn the Wraith up to 550 points. So you can only cash in your chips once, in a manner of speaking. So make sure you don't miss out, trying to help you avoid disappointment just there. But yeah, otherwise, that is the end of the news. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.